Priya Bapat, thank you so much for joining me on How I Made It. क्या चल रहा है आपकी लाइफ में? It's been quite a journey, starting with Marathi films and then getting into the Hindi stream. Take us through the journey.
God, I think I just feel very
I would like to ask
satisfied and
first and foremost, that what made you inclined towards Marathi media? Generally, we see, people anchoring for Bollywood or TV. I mean,
right.
most of them.
Okay, so I didn't plan anything to begin with. I acted in Munna Bhai MBBS when I was in first year of my junior college. And when back then, I had no plans of becoming an actor take this as a profession. I wanted to concentrate on my studies. I finished my graduation. I finished my post-graduation. And during my post-graduation, which I did in mass media, I was exposed to a lot of international cinema. And that's when I realized that probably what I'm missing the most is acting. And all the studies and everything is fine. But I just wanted to make sure that I have a backup plan ready. If nothing happens in my acting career, I should always have something else to go back to. And so I always wanted to finish my studies and then decide what I want to do. And yes, after that, the first opportunity that I got was a Marathi film with Mahesh Manjrekar, which was Me Shivaji Raje Bhosle Boltoy. And that's how my journey, started. After that, there was no looking back because one after the other, I started getting roles. Also, because I've been working as a child actor in the Marathi industry, it was pretty easy for me to get work or prove myself. There were many more opportunities and there were many people knew me right since my childhood. So they could trust me, they could offer me a role. They had seen my potential, unlike in Bollywood. Like now with City of Dreams, I feel that, probably this is, now I have something to showcase to the nation or to the audience worldwide. Because with OTT platforms, your work is not only restricted to your region or a state or a country, but it is everywhere. Anyone sitting in any country can, access your work and watch your work. So yeah, this is how the journey was, which was absolutely not planned.
Plan you want to do web shows, or you want to still do Marathi movies, or you want to switch over to Bollywood movies as a leading lady?
Okay. I will say that any script that has great potential and any character that consumes me or any character that makes me uncomfortable, I would love to do it. And Marathi cinema is my home. So I'm never going to say goodbye to them. Marathi cinema, I will continue doing Marathi films forever. And everything else, obviously, I would love to work on the OTT platforms. I would love to work in all the languages. But I will never say a goodbye to Marathi films. It's not that now I'm doing Hindi, so I don't want to do Marathi. No, never. I would never say that.
Did you have your fair share of rejections while you were auditioning for roles?
Oh, yes. I still get rejected. I think fair share. I would say that I got my first TV commercial. Like I used to model. So I used to do a lot of TV commercials when I was in college. I got my first TV commercial after 100 auditions. So 100 and literally 100 times I was rejected. And I was just in, say, second year of my college or first year of my degree. So 12th or 13th that we say, first year of graduation. Yeah, I was that young and I've faced rejections right from there. I always say this, that all big production houses in Bollywood, I've been to those production houses for films and I have auditioned for roles. You name the production house and I have auditioned in that production house and I've been rejected. I think it takes time for the right opportunity and the right role and the right director to recognize your potential and trust you and give you an opportunity, which Nagesh Kufnoor did.
Did they give you a reason when they rejected you? Did they tell you
No.
क्यों आपको select नहीं कर रहे हैं उस वक्त?
No, I don't think I have ever received a a message where they will explain to me why I was rejected. Never. Till date, never. I mean, yesterday I got rejected. So I gave the audition and I was really hoping that this will work, but then I got a message that sorry, it's not working out.
Tell me
So
the
yeah,
project,
that's all you get.
Tell me 2-3 projects which you had,
I don't want to name them.
for
I'm
and
sorry.
you didn't get them.
No, I'm so sorry. I don't want to name them.
Okay.
I don't think it's fair because there are a lot of reasons, and there are a lot of there is a lot of process that goes behind casting one person. And I'm sure that when I got City of Dreams or when I got Anika Hava, there were many people who got rejected. I mean, along with me, there were many other girls who had auditioned for City of Dreams, right? So I got that opportunity with whatever grounds or the plus points that I had at that point of time, or Nagesh saw in me. But a lot of other girls must have felt rejected. I mean, it's the same feeling. So I can't really sit and take names because it will be unfair. Those who got those roles and did those projects, fabulous.
जब आपके पास script आती है, do you show it to your husband? Do you tell him exactly what role do you have? Do you all discuss the scenes, especially if there is an intimate scene or two? Do you have to take his permission?
Oh, no, not at all. I think we are in a relationship where we respect each other as artists. We respect each other as human beings. We give each other our opinion or what we think, but we never give each other our decisions, or we don't take decisions on each other's behalf. So if Umesh doesn't like anything, he'll tell me that, listen, I don't think it is good enough, but if you think it is good, great, go ahead. I think we give each other that freedom, and that's why this relationship is what it is. Even though with intimate scenes that I had in City of Dreams, we discuss. I knew this right from the day I auditioned. I knew that this is how the script is going to be. And only when I was ready, I went and gave the audition. Otherwise, I wouldn't have auditioned for it. And I discussed this with Umesh. And similarly, if he has anything, he also discusses things with me. But I don't think we as human beings are like that. I don't think we will impose our opinions or decisions on the other person. We will never do that.
So
I think that's the beauty of it.
You never had to take his permission, including...
No, I've never taken permission from my parents. Why should I ask my husband? And vice versa. Like, same goes with Umesh. And it's not only me, it's both of us.
10 years of togetherness with Umesh, how has it been?
Great. It's 10 years of marriage and 17 years of togetherness. Okay. So yeah, so it's great. I'm glad that I married my best friend. And thank God we are still best friends.
You're called the fashion queen of the Marathi industry. How do you take to that title?
I have worked on it, I would say. If I retrospect and if I look at my old pictures, I had the worst fashion sense ever. I just probably have accepted myself and my body and the way I am. And I try and be stylish for myself, not for others.
तो ये चेंज कैसे हुआ? आप कह रहे हो कि पहले आपका ड्रेस सेंस इतना अच्छा नहीं था. You call it worst. But how did it start to evolve? How did it start to change? How did it become acceptable to the fashion? To the fashion police, I would say.
I still don't know whether fashion police accepts my fashion sense. I still don't know that. I would like to believe that I am great and I love what I wear and I'm comfortable in what I wear. So I think that's good enough. But how did this change happen? I think with the kind of exposure you get as an actor, when you try and meet different people, when you travel a lot, when you are exposed to different kind of cinema. And also a big reason is that my elder sister is a fashion designer. So that's where the first encounter of, with fashion happened, because she's a fashion and a textile designer. So I mean, as a student of fashion designing, she had to walk on the ramp with, wearing her own clothes. So she was the first one to introduce me to Lakme Fashion Week. She was the first one to take me to the fashion weeks and show how the work, how that world, fashion world is. So I think from there it started changing.
She sat you down and said, देखो भाई, ऐसा dress करो और ऐसे नहीं जैसे आप कर रहे हो.
She styles me, but she was the one who taught me how to walk in heels.
Okay, moving on to your international debut, Father Like.
Oh.
Where has it reached?
We haven't started shooting yet because of pandemic.
Oh.
We were supposed to shoot last January, like January 2021. And we had the visa and we were supposed to fly and everything. And again, the lockdown and the permissions and things didn't work out. So I'm still hoping that by the end of this year or early next year, we will shoot this one.
It's a very challenging role that you're playing. You're playing a lesbian.
So interestingly, in City of Dreams also, I'm a lesbian.
Yeah.
So, and I have a lot of gay friends around me, like my best friends who share a lot with me. So that way I kind of understand the emotion or the thought process or what, they have to go through. But having said that, Father Like has got nothing to do with the character being lesbian, and it's not about the film of her sexual orientation or her choices. It's about a girl who is in another country, who's trying to look for her father with the help of the taxi driver, and she happens to be lesbian. That's it. So it's just like how I would have had a boyfriend or I would have been a married girl. Similarly, her choices like a same gender and not a boy. That's it. That's about it. So I'm not preparing anything differently because the human beings are same, no? So I just have to work on the emotion of that person who is going through a kind of phase where she has now decided after so many years that she wants to find who her real father is. So I think that is more important than working on her choices.
Priya, what else are you working on?
So far, I'm just enjoying the success of City of Dreams and Aane Ka Hai Hawa for now. I think I will have something to share with you soon, but not now.
Well, I wish you all the best for all your future assignments. And thank you so much, Priya. Thank you so much for joining me on How I Made It.
Thank you so much. It's lovely talking to you.